Hi, my name is Kenner from the Michelin Guide digital team, and today I'm here at table65, a new modern European restaurant here at Resorts World Sentosa. And as you can see, it's taken over the former space by Joël Robuchon. So table65 is started by Dutch chef Richard van Oostenbrugge, who also runs restaurant 212 in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, which has won Michelin star last year. So let's go in to find out more about the 411 of table65. All right. Hi, Chef
Hi.
Richard. Hello, thanks for having us.
Welcome to table 65.
Thank you. Great. All right. So to start off with, share with us, you have restaurant 212 in the Netherlands and now 65. What's the name behind table 65?
Yeah, 212 is the number on the door in Amsterdam, but it also refers to the area code of Manhattan. And that's the vibe that we really wanted to have in Amsterdam. And table 65 is the table at Singapore, 65.
Okay.
The area code.
The calling code.
Yeah,
So 65 212,
yeah,
ending with numbers.
exactly.
All right, Ken. So share with us, for what's the dining concept you have in mind for table 65 over here?
It's going to be the same as we do in Amsterdam. Relaxed, you have a bar, you sit at the bar, the bar is around the kitchen, so you actually sit in front of all the chefs preparing the food. You can chat with the chefs. We have a really nice wine collection.
Okay.
So yeah, actually it's just
Fun, huh?
yeah,
A bit
really
casual.
but we really want to have a high quality of food. We don't want to, we really want to push.
Okay, Ken.
So we have 9 chefs here, and they all
Right.
stand in front of you, and they prepare the dishes.
Right, and I see that you have a very open concept over
Yeah,
here,
excellent.
and with high tables. Like, what gave you the idea behind this? It's also something that you do in the Netherlands, right?
Yeah. So the idea of the counter is exactly what we do in Amsterdam. Like the original first person who did it beside the Japanese, is, of course, Mr. Robuchon, and certainly was a big inspiration.
Okay.
Except that we put the guests really in the kitchen,
Okay.
so there's no boundary between. So you really see what's happening, and you
Okay.
really see the chefs working. And they come and bring the plates. So we only have sommeliers. We don't have really service staff anymore.
Right.
So they come and explain the dishes to you. They finish the dishes off in front of you.
Okay.
So yeah.
Can and share with us why the idea of fun, casual dining for you?
Fun, casual is fun. You can have dinner in with linen and stuff that we used to do. But I just want it to be relaxed. So fun is more relaxed, You need to feel at home. You need to come here with friends. You need to have a good time, instead of the uptight like you feel like you do in an exam. It's about spending time and having dinner with each other and having fun in the meantime.
Sure, I'm really feeling very relaxed now, and I noticed that there are no cutlery on the table. This is surprising for us. Where's everything there?
It's in the drawers. So everybody takes his cutlery for himself.
Okay.
It's we think every time that you put something in front of the guest, you disturb them. If I'm having a nice chat, and I'm
setting up with the table. Oh.
putting the cutlery,
What's
it's
going
like
on,
it's
right?
like okay, here we go again. So we try to reduce everything to a minimum, and just have a nice evening and enjoy your food.
That's great. That's great. And it's interesting that you have came to Singapore. Why decide to come to Singapore to set up something? It's your first restaurant in Asia, I believe, right?
It's our second restaurant ever.
Anywhere.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I really fell. I was here. I've been here a couple of times. I really fell in love with the place. You have so many cultures that come together. We have the Little China. You have the Chinatown. You have Little India. All these different cultures that come together. Food-wise, it's great. I just think it's really. I'm really proud to be opening a restaurant here.
Okay, it sounds. And speaking of food, share with us the dining concept behind table 65 over here. I mean the type of food. I mean.
The food is well. I'm already 25 years in the kitchen, so obviously I started to train French.
Okay.
And in my time, it became more European. So I've worked in Italy, I've worked in Switzerland, I worked in France, I worked in Spain, I worked in England. So all these things, you take into your head and you put that. So I would like to say European, but also take a lot of inspiration from Japan.
Okay.
So we add that also, the products from there. It's very light cuisine. And we started out here with actually more or less the same menu as in Amsterdam, but we really plan to change that the upcoming months.
What are some of the new Singapore touches you have done to the menu here over at Table 65?
Well, we have a duck, local duck, and we take that. We work with that. You know, we give it some influence from here, but also from Mexico. You know, we grate a frozen mole on top with a little bit of chocolate inside. Yeah, so our research has just begun. You know, the biggest part of the menu still comes from dishes from Amsterdam, from 212. But in the future we will definitely have more influences from local suppliers.
I see. Any spices or ingredients you are keen or to use or?
No, I really need to do all the research, and the next. We always start with 3 small dishes, and it always has a theme. Now we have blue fish, which is a fatty fish, like a tuna, sardine, or whatever. And the next one will be the wet market, the local wet market here. Yeah. So we're going to have 3. We're working on that right now. Based on so 3 really small dishes from the wet market.
Shall we have a look at the menu? All right. Okay. So, what 2 dishes will you be presenting today?
We will be doing one of our signature dishes. It's a piece of. It's the inspiration comes from os à moelle, which is very classical French thing. You get it in every brasserie. Just a bone with a bone marrow inside with toast. Right. Except what we do is we make the bone from smoked herring, which is also a typical Dutch thing. So the bone is made from smoked herring. Then we stuff it with a little veal tartare. We have some sour cream on top. We top it off with real bone marrow and juice of clams, Vietnamese clams, really nice and briny. And then we finish it off with beluga caviar from the Caspian Sea. That we're actually the first to have it here in Singapore. It's a really top product.
Nice. Okay, let's have a look at how this dish is being finished in front of the counters here. So basically, what they do over here that kitchen staff will present the dishes
to the bone marrow?
To the diners at their seats, so they can kind of have a witness of all the kitchen action. There are no boundaries between the diner and the chefs. Everything is done right in front of your eyes, as you can see right in front of me now. Chefs are preparing the dishes, and now Chef Richard is giving the finishing touches to a veal tartare dish over here. It's very strongly inspired by Dutch cuisine, and
Thanks.
And so what's that over there?
So here we have, so it's the bone, on the inside you have the marrow, and it's stuffed with veal tartare and things. Outside we have smoked herring, and then in this little pan we have nice bone marrow with pieces of sourdough crouton and the juice of clams.
Nice. It looks like a fake bone marrow, huh?
Exactly.
Nice. Okay.
This has been on the menu for 8 years already, in different shapes, in different forms.
Right.
So.
And that's caviar to kind of top it off. What gave you the idea for coming out with this dish? What was the starting point for you for this?
The starting point is we started off with a real bone, and then we presented the tartare inside.
Yeah.
And then after a couple of months, we said, okay, it's a bit weird, to put it in a bone. And then, and then we were like, okay, how can we change this? And then we came up with a potato that we poached in a broth of bone marrow. And then, we changed it to this. And it's just, it's something I really enjoy. It has so many flavors. It's nice, it's fresh, but it's also full umami from the smoked herring. The clam, it gives you the brininess of the sea top it off with the richness of the caviar. Wow. It's really.
That's a lot going on.
This will stay on here.
Okay. So Chef Richard, please introduce your.
Yeah, this is Jurgis. Jurgis has been with us for many years.
Many years.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, and this dessert looks very familiar. So Chef Jurgis, please introduce this dessert for us.
So this is our apple dessert. And the outside is made out of caramel, so we shape it the same way as glass would be blown. It's a lot of work, but I think it's worth it because people really love it. And the core is made of green apple sorbet, so it's very refreshing and a nice way to end your 8-course dinner, I think, because we use it as a pre-dessert. So underneath we have classic elements of tarte tatin, which is ginger poached apples, which was adjusted for the Singapore, and salted caramel and walnuts, and the ring of puff pastry to symbolize the tarte tatin, which was the inspiration.
So you added ginger over
we
here in
added
Singapore.
quite a lot of ginger. Yeah, I made a strong syrup of ginger and lime, and then poached all the apples in there, so you can really taste it.
Okay, can. And why did it add ginger? Yeah, for
Well,
the Singapore version.
because green apple is really tart, so ginger just complements it perfectly, and it's an Asian flavor, of course, so I thought that would suit perfectly.
And I got to ask, how did this idea came about of having a glass ball encased an apple? How did this?
Well, that
really
was
came about?
teamwork, but we got inspired by the tarte tatin, so wanted to make a classic but revamped in a modern style. So after lots of trial and error, came out of that.
And putting it in the glass kind of shows the tarte tatin in a very different and creative way, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, okay, Ken, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
All right, Ken, thanks so much, chefs.
Thank
All
you.
right, Ken. And of course, remember to follow us on the Michelin Guide Singapore Facebook page for more news and updates. Thank you.